So it has been at this point around 2.5 months since the defeat of Zorthram Tathara. And Rook, you have been informed by the Arcane Convocation that your tribe's prized relic has been located. And it is going to take a bit of an expedition to find it, even though they know exactly where it is, because it's on the elemental plane of fire. A trader in the city of Brass has managed to get a hold of it and has put it as a part of their prized collection.
Yes, news that Rook is not particularly happy about.
No. And in order to retrieve it, you have been promised the assistance of both old friend Ufina Lim of the Arcane Convocation, as well as Tyshawn Rockvale, a human abjurist who is also a member of the Arcane Convocation. And I believe you also desired to bring Anya along as well for some extra help.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course I met up with Anya after learning about this and discussed it. And did Anya offer to come along, Eddie? Or?
So I believe that I know as I play Anya. Hi, my name's Eddie. Welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos. I play the character Anya, who just does the actions that I say. So Anya, when she would have heard about it from Rook, she would have pretty much immediately offered her help. It would have been something along the lines of, I know that you are a wonderfully capable person and that you could do this on your own, but you do not have to. So if you want, I will come, I will help.
I mean, if you're sure about it, that would be much appreciated. I mean, if I'm already going to be having people from the convocation of all people coming along, then I think...
Maybe someone with
sense. It'd be odd to refuse you, of all people.
Well, then count me.
Now, upon mention of Anya being a part of the expedition, Anya, you are advised, if you have any means of protecting yourself from flames and extreme heat, to try to take those precautions, and if not, then at the very least dress for extremely hot weather.
Cool. I did not realize ahead of time, and that's not a bad thing for Anya's preparation, because Anya herself, hearing about the protection needed from fire, she's not afraid of fiery things, and she knows she's quite quick on her feet, so can get out of the way of a lot of things. But I personally am delighted that we get to see Anya in combat booty shorts. I think that's incredible. So thank you very much, Darby, and also Joe, for giving me this opportunity. Yeah.
I'm so glad to provide. Is there anything written across the back of them?
Juicy. No, there is nothing written across them.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Rook is also...
I'm with Spicy. The back of my
Rook is also advised to dress appropriately, but also is assumed to have a decent amount of natural resistance to the heat.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She definitely forgoes her usual, thick cloak and everything, and is probably wearing, a very loose shirt and, I guess, shorts as well.
Yeah. All right. So, so after discussion and last minute attempts at preparation, Tayshawn, or last minute opportunities for preparation, Tayshawn casts Plane Shift, and you immediately find yourselves within a city, like an immense cityscape of brass and obsidian, and there's gold and jewels detailing many of these buildings and the street pavers. It is oppressively hot. Like, Rook, even with your natural affinity and resistance to flame, it still is intense for even you. You cannot imagine how hot this must feel to, like, Anya, Tayshawn, and Ufina, who are not naturally attuned to fire. So.
Yeah. Yes. I guess Ross is gonna be like, ooh, this is even worse than back home. All right, everyone, you got your water flasks on you. Make sure you drink regularly.
And that's the thing. You do note that, like, Tayshawn has practically a bandolier of water skins at the ready.
Excellent. Well prepared. Okay, everyone. I hope no one's experiencing any second thoughts about this now.
Hopefully, it shouldn't be too long.
No, yeah, hopefully we'll get out of this nice and quick. Right, so let's go over our rules again. So, I'm going to be lead offense on this. If it comes to that, although I do know that genies can be wrapped by bastards if we run into any of them. Tusham, what was your role again? What's your kind of magic?
Mostly defensive. I will be able to keep us protected to an extent, and I do have some offensive capabilities if it should come to that, but my focus is in protection and defense.
Fantastic. That's good to hear. Then Alfina, you were going to be doing more of the healing kind of stuff?
I have plenty of healing prepared, yes.
Wonderful. And Anya, as always, you're going to be trusty with that bow, I can imagine.
Ranged offense suits me.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, all right then, team. I guess let's try to have a look through this big city.
All right. So, can I get... It's probably more so the wizards making this, like, who are leading this search. But,
Rook's like, all right, let's head off. And then, like, just to the wizards.
Because it's better to get you guys to roll for stuff that affects your characters. Can I get Rook to roll an investigation check with advantage?
Excellent. Okay.
I know this is probably a slightly better skill for Anya, but
yeah. That was a 17.
17. Okay. So
she'd very much be letting Rook take control, and only because she knows it's such an important mission to Rook, she'll only sort of, unless asked by Rook, she's not going to in any way, shape or form try and lead any part of it.
Actually, without sight, you're probably on an even footing, actually.
True.
Okay, so so it doesn't take you overly long to find this immense house of this fire genasi, that there appears to be not fire genasi, fire genie, this Afriti that reportedly has the artifact of your tribe in its possession. However, the amount of time that it has taken, can I ask Anya to roll me just a little Constitution saving throw?
Not her strong suit. That's all right. That's 14.
14. Yeah, that's fine. The first one's a very low DC.
She wipes a bit of sweat off her brow.
Yeah.
But keep moving on.
I don't think. Yeah. Athena's not doing quite as well, and actually, no. Yeah, no. They still pass. They still pass because it is a really low DC for the first hour. It's 5.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, you see that there is this house, and it is a big house. Like, it is scaled for a large creature, but you also imagine, like, the doors to it, creatures even larger than that could fit through.
Do we see any people anywhere nearby?
There's general street crowd. There are fire genasi, there are a couple of tieflings, but most of the folk here are either seemingly beings of living fire, or they are genasi, or they are these almost dwarf-like figures, except for they are their skin appears to be made out of literal bronze, with beards and hair of fire.
Okay. Oh gosh, and none of them are taking much note of us?
No. There is also out the front of the house, you do see a pair of hulking giant figures that you recognize as fire giants. Standing guard at either side of the door.
Oh gosh. Yeah, well, I guess Rook will walk up to them, standing at her full height, and be like, "Excuse me, we'd like to have a little talk with the genie of this house."
Do you have appointment?
I think that he will be willing to hear what I have to say. Is he busy? Are they busy?
He will consult.
And you see they do a single knock on the door, or on the door frame itself, and a fire elemental sifts through the cracks in the door.
Tell the master he has company unannounced.
And the fire elemental sifts back through the door.
Yeah, I guess Rook will turn to the others and be like, "That went all right, I think. It's very weird talking to all these folks like just some regular appointment with a noble."
I suppose things are different here, but also similar. I've never been to this plane before. feels a little suffocating, if I might.
Yeah, I can see that one myself. Are you doing okay?
I will be fine.
You let me know if anything changes. I don't want harm to come to you because of something that's just my mission, but
I have chosen to be here, Rook. I would not be here if I did not know the consequences. And if I... You're important to me, so it's as important for me as it is to you.
thank you. That warms my heart. But seriously, if you start getting a heat stroke, you gotta let us know.
Oh, I'll try my best.
So after a few more moments, the doors slowly creak open, almost beckoning you in.
Well, all right then.
So we'll see you now.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for your for the quick welcome there. I appreciate your hospitality. She smiles up at the fire golem and walks
By a
through.
giant.
Oh, giant, yes.
Anya is like pointedly, because she doesn't want to mess this up, she's like very quiet.
All right. So you see this massive staircase with ahead of you, with stairs impractically tall for creatures of your size. These are very much built with the considerations of a creature at least twice your size in mind. And you wait a moment, and before a figure, almost stereotypically devil-like in structure, tall, muscle-bound, red skin, horns coming off the top of the head, and with this aura of heat emanating off them. It's like the air around them seems to almost distort with it.
So, what brings you to my home unannounced?
I came here to have a little chat with a certain thief.
I know of no thief here.
I think I've heard quite clearly that someone is in possession of artifacts stolen from the dead.
I have no knowledge of artifacts being stolen.
Anya's gonna roll an insight check once I get to my abilities.
Yeah.
27.
27. Yeah, he's being very careful with his words here, as if to yeah. Like he's aware he may have some artifacts in his possessions that are slightly misgotten to varying extents. But he's not going to admit that.
And I have another question. The earrings of message, would they work in another plane? Would it be...
They work as long as you are on the same plane of existence. So
Okay,
you can
so
message...
it'd work between
Yes.
us, but it wouldn't message
Yes.
the others. Cool. Anya sort of subtly itches her ear to open up the channel. And she's like, this may not need to be said, but he is choosing his words very carefully. I believe he knows what he is in possession of.
Oh, I bet he does. And then Rook will say to him once more, maybe scavenged or looted from the remains of my kin would be more accurate. How exactly did you get into possession of a certain holy artifact of my tribe, a brazier that we use for our ancestral magics? That has no right to be yours.
Looting is such a dirty word, don't you think?
A dirty word for a dirty act.
Describe this brazier to me. I have several in my possession, all duly paid for, I will tell you.
Very well. Maybe you should look a bit more into the history of the artifacts you pay for. It is a brazier made of a black metal. It sorry. It has certain magical properties to it. It is carved with the art of our tribe, and it is an important component for certain spells.
Interesting. I think I know the brazier you describe. However, I wasn't aware of its full value and importance. I may be willing to part with it for a price.
Rook takes a moment to just be quite angry at the way that this artifact is being spoken about. And she just takes a deep breath and she goes, very well. What kind of prices do you have in mind? I have gold, I suppose, if I have to buy back what was stolen.
Gold is of no consequence to me. I have endless gold. More than I could ever spend. What I desire are relics. A relic for a relic of equal or greater import. Does that not seem fair?
I suppose it makes sense. Why exactly do you feel beholden to the cultures of long past, or not even past?
I am a collector. I collect items of beauty and of importance. I desire to possess them. There's no deeper purpose to it. There is wealth in having the histories within possessions.
Oh, yes. A certain power they hold, don't they? Maybe over their original owners? Maybe an influence? Maybe something where you get to strike a bargain and it does not matter how you acquired it. What does it matter to you if it was stolen?
It depends on the item, but of course I have no way of knowing for certain how those who sell these objects to me came by them. All I know is that I desire them, and I have the means to acquire them.
Spare me. I've been studying magic for 2 months, And even I know a simple identify spell can tell you what happens with a magical item, where it is from, the origins. Are you not a genie? I thought that you were meant to be powerful.
There are factors beyond a simple identifier. An identification spell will tell you, yes, what an item can do, what it is called sometimes, but it will not tell you the mundane aspects of an item. Will not tell you its history, will not tell you the cultural power it possesses, merely the magical.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. I was led to believe that genies were powerful. I guess I was mistaken that having
You
some form
dare
of knowledge-
doubt my power.
Oh, no, please forgive me. It's just, you said it yourself. You clearly don't know the history of these items. You clearly don't know the value of these items. Otherwise, what would it matter to you? How it got into your possession?
It is a recent acquisition, if you must know.
Oh, of course. Forgive
I
me.
still have my scholars researching it
Oh, yes.
for its history.
Other beings researching it for you. Yes. Makes a lot of
Researching it for what it can do for you, I imagine. I can't believe you've ever returned something that you've stolen.
I have not stolen a single thing.
Semantics.
Now, are you going to trade? Or do you intend to just stand there and insult me?
Anya sort of turns to Rook and she's like, I have something I could trade. Something I am not in use of anymore.
Rook kind of just takes a bit deep breath and then goes like, all right, do you?
Yes. However, it is kind of fun just insulting him.
I mean, yeah, I think both would be a good response to his last question there.
Yeah.
I hate giving him what he wants.
I have a question, Darby.
Yes.
The handy haversack of holding that Anya now has in her possession. Would it be reasonable for her to be able to keep the oath bow in it? If she'd unstrung it?
I think so. Because you just need to be able to get it through the opening.
Yeah. Okay. Anya, she reaches down to a satchel, I guess, that she now has tied to her waist. Which I don't know whether she would have mentioned it to Rook, but Rook would have seen her have it with her for maybe the past couple of weeks. And she reaches down and she calls for the oath bow and it flies up into her hand. And she pulls it out and she turns to the genie. She's like, I'm sorry, I never caught your name.
You dare draw arms against Torvald the Ultimate.
No, it's an artifact. Surely you have seen artifacts before. Can weapons not be artifacts?
They can be.
It's not even strung. What did you think I was going to do?
That... I recognize its make. That is an oath bow. It is not worth what you want.
Okay. That's fair. She pockets it back in her pouch, and she turns to Rook and shrugs, and then through message she's like, I mean, we could just kill him.
Through message, Rick is like, that is so tempting. I hate having trying to think ahead, like when I'm trying to lead a group, because I really want to kill him, but then I don't know if I can actually get the artifact off him after.
Do you have the wild bow on your back, Anya?
Yeah, she would.
Okay. He would say,
However, if we're talking longbows, that one upon your back holds great historical value.
Oh, it's not for sale. Thank you. It's not mine to give. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you don't get to just pick and choose what you want.
Yeah, I know where this is from, and I would rather, when passing it on, have the permission and knowledge of the four owners. You know, like a considerate person would.
he snaps his fingers,
Or
and 4 fire elementals appear, one from each corner of the room. And at the same time, you watch as the 2 fire giants from outside step inside.
I will give you one more chance.
Are these little fellers who are going to attack? Is that it?
You will leave, offer me a fair trade, or they will remove you one way or another. If they happen to put up a fight against your resistance, then who am I to stop them?
Great, okay, I'll just look through what I have. I've got the great flame-tongue greatswords taken from the Wizards of the Ruins
A
themselves.
dime a dozen.
I have the belt of it heals giant strength while I'm waiting on a new one.
Paltry common magic.
I would offer up the rod of security, but I already know Anya doesn't have that anymore.
I'm not giving up Ash Surrender, and I don't think I have anything else.
Oh, yeah, no. No.
Or yeah, not my other one either. Okay. Okay, here is the... You want an item from my tribe? Fine then. Here we have one of the stones of the ancestral barbarians. And I take out my regular sending stone. This stone was thrown by my great-grandmother in combat against 3 giants. This one stone she threw with her mighty fist, and she struck it through the eye of 2 giants at once. And thus she protected her tribe.
Roll me a deception check.
God, I hope Rook's good at deception because we're gonna die. Can Anya help us?
+2.
Can Anya help?
Please not. It's a nat 20. You can check it D&D Beyond. That's a 22.
Oh, wow.
Incredible.
Now this guy gets an insight,
Oh, please.
which I don't. He has to.
Oh.
He will reach down and proffer a hand, as if to gesture you to pass it over.
I mean, I'll give it to you once you, I can see at least the artifacts. An artifact for an artifact.
You appear to be wasting my time at this point. Don't take it personally if I want to inspect the goods first.
Well, why are you taking it personally that we want to?
Because you have come here unannounced and done nothing but insult me. The stone.
I will give you the stone if one of your minions goes and I want to see one of your minions going to get the artifact. I'll give you the stone, but I want that to be happening first. And apologies for my manners. It must come from my heritage. We're a fiery sort.
I have no excuse. I'm just rude.
You seem to be under the mistaken assumption that you have the upper hand in this situation. I have what you want. You are merely suggesting that you have something worth trading for it.
Yes.
That's how a trade works. But why would we trade something for nothing?
I am not asking you to trade something for nothing. I merely desire to inspect to see whether it is truly
And
worth.
what's to stop you from, not stealing another item
I
of
don't
ancestral
steal.
heritage?
I do not steal. That is what is stopping me.
Well, all right. I will give you the stone. And then I hope our deal can be respected. Here you go. I'll give him the stone.
He looks at it, and it's absolutely tiny in his hand. And he throws it at your feet.
You thought you could fool me with a simple sending stone.
I'm sorry, that is of great cultural history and
Do
importance.
not lie to me.
You can't do that with a simple identifier. You can't know.
Your ancestor fought off giants with a sending stone. Is that what
Have
you're
you
suggesting?
never heard of any adventuring party ever? Adventurers
other-
get things done.
There were other weapons involved too, but it was a wild feat, and it went down in legend.
Not all items of significance are items of great weaponry and power. You said so yourself when you were insulted when I brought up a weapon.
But legends are not in and of themselves worth the value when trading for something that is both powerful and of great history.
There is ancestral magic in that stone. If you take this to your magicians, you can try to master the arts of our magic.
Remove them.
And the giants come towards you. Roll for initiative.
Okay.
I was hoping so much. Okay.
Hey, we tried.
We tried
Yeah.
our best.
And if we kill a genie, we become a genie. So how it works, Darby. Don't get me.
That was a 19.
Okay. 19. Anya?
That was a 16.
16.
Sorry, I'm not used to like being usually there's 50 other people.
All right. Athena is 18.
I bet Athena and Tishon were just watching that whole mess like, oh my god, guys.
Neither of them did anything. We needed a diplomat. That's what we needed.
Yeah, that's what we needed for the party composition.
All right.
Instead, we got two lesbians full of rage and disrespect.
All right.
Yes.
So, Rook, you have 1 initiative.
Oh, fantastic.
There are a pair of fire giants heading towards you, and an fire elemental in each corner, as well as the giant, the Afriti on the staircase.
Okay. I am going to activate Investiture of Flame.
Wonderful.
Now that's my action, isn't it?
And it is it is an action spell.
Cannot find it. And then I will rage as my bonus action.
Yep.
And apologies. I should be more prepped for combat. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Next is Athena. Athena is... Yeah, fuck it. Athena's going to point towards you and cast Enlarge. So you are now large as well as on fire
Yes.
and raging. And then... Yeah, she's just gonna stand there because that's her action, I believe. Enlarge is an action. All right, Anya, it's your go.
Okay. How close are the enemies?
So you've probably got the Afriti about 10 feet in front of you. The giants are about 10 feet behind. And the fire elementals are probably about 15... no, it's a big room, so probably about 30 feet away each.
And would there be any way, like anything that Anya could roll to, or any indication in the room at all as to where this genie would keep his prized artifacts?
You can roll me a perception check if you would like.
Would that be her action?
It would be for this kind of... For this level of a perception check, it would be.
I think she's going to do it anyway.
Okay. Yeah, when you win initiative, it's easy to do like a bit of a setup turn.
Yeah. Sorry, what's she doing? Perception?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's a 27.
27. Okay. Yeah, there seems to be like a doorway off to the side that is locked that seems to indicate that it is the way to some form of museum.
Is there like a possibility that just to flavor this for ways that Anya could perceive it, is it possible she can probably feel a lot of the magic
Yes.
resonating from that sort of area?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So and which direction was the door? Sorry.
Probably, so essentially in front of you to the right of the staircase.
In front to the right. Cool. Anya's going to using the message earring. She's like, I'm fast. If you want, I can make a dash for the item.
All right, I'll try to cover you. You be careful.
Okay. And Anya is going to run for that doorway,
All right.
using her bonus action dash as well, which is that would be 90 feet of movement.
Okay. To get there, you do need to pass by the fire elemental that's in that corner, so you can either bypass it and risk the attack of opportunity. You can decide to use one of those actions for disengage, or you can engage it in combat.
She is going to just run, like she'll take the attack of
Okay.
opportunity.
Yeah, I can spirit shield you as well.
All right. So, the fire elemental is going to attack you. What is that? That is only a 9 to hit. So,
Yeah. No. Not even close.
no. But
She skids under it very quickly.
but at the end of your turn, it is its turn, and it gets to go towards you and try again.
How far away? Because she did run 90 feet. She ran 90 feet, and they were like what, 10, 15?
I cannot
So
spirit shield you. You're too far.
there's only they have 50 foot of speed, and it's not, you wouldn't have used quite your full 90 to get to that door.
Oh no, she's running through the door.
The door is closed.
Like she'd be going through the door.
The door is closed, so you would have to open it. Sorry. Yeah.
Fucking okay, that's fine.
And
it's
you go at the end of your turn. That's right. Yeah. At the end of your turn, you go to open the door, and it appears to be locked.
That's fine.
Yeah.
She is a rogue.
Yeah. It's a small hurdle. All right. So the fire elemental that attacked you before is going to go up to you, and it's going to it's gonna enter into your space. You are going to take 8 points of fire damage as it enters your space.
I don't get like a dexterity save or anything for
No,
her. Cool.
no,
That's
and
fine.
you are on fire.
Cool.
It is also going to make 2 melee attacks against you. The first one is 15, which I believe misses,
Misses.
and the second one is a 21.
I'm going to uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge, which I believe halves the damage you take.
Mhm.
All right. So you take 9 halved to 4 points of fire damage.
I don't know where my health is on this, on the way I have it laid out. Sorry, apologies. So 9 halved to 4.
Yes.
Okay. So 4, and then I took 8 as well.
Yes.
So
Yeah. You
Cool.
should be on
She's fine.
71. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the other fire elementals are gonna. One's gonna go to you, Rook, and try to attack. I'll roll to hit to see if they would hit you. 16 doesn't hit.
No.
A natural 20 would hit.
Yes,
However, you're immune to fire at the moment.
I am. That's right.
Yeah. So you
I
take
think
those.
Yeah. If it is it also immune to fire because I have investiture of flame.
It is immune to fire as well.
Yeah. Oh well.
Because it is fire.
That is very fair.
Okay, and then each of them is going to attack a separate member of the convocation. So one against one's gonna go for Fina. So that is not going to be good enough. That one is and it's gonna enter a space so that she has to take damage. So that is 7 points of fire damage initially. And then the touch attack 7. So that is an additional 9 points of fire damage. So so she takes 16 all up that turn. And then one attacking Tyshawn. It's going to do the same thing, enter his space. He is on fire, takes 3 damage. And then 2 attacks. He's probably going to be a bit harder to hit. That one misses. That one misses. Okay. And then the fire giant. The fire giant is going to one of these 2 fire giants. This one seems a bit less armored than the other one. This one is going to grab a great sword from off its back and make 2 attacks with its greatsword against you. The first one is a 26 to hit.
That does hit.
And the second one is a natural 1. But the one that did hit, this is purely slashing damage, surprisingly. So
Okay, so I
it's
take
26, half to 13.
Excellent.
All right. Then it is Tyshawn's go. He is going to... I need to get Athena to roll a Constitution saving throw. Actually, 2, just to make sure that she doesn't drop concentration on...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, you shrink back down as she drops concentration from the second hit.
Oh, well.
But Tyshawn is going to... He's going to attempt to cast Hold Monster on the Afriti. So that is going to be a Wisdom save that it needs to make. He's good at these, but it rolled a 2. It is held.
Yeah.
He is held.
Tyshawn.
So he's
Tyshawn.
paralyzed.
Yes.
At the end of each of its turn, it can make another Wisdom save. But that does mean while Tyshawn continues to concentrate, which when does the fire from this fire elemental end? It's at the start, so he doesn't. Yeah, so he does need to take this damage, which is only 2. That's good.
Oh, Ancestral Protectors. I remember I
Okay,
have it.
what does the Ancestral Protectors do? Remind me.
So I can remove like 3d6, and then they also take that damage.
Okay,
Where is
in
that?
the same damage type or a different damage type?
I cannot find it.
This has to be
Oh,
an
yeah,
attack,
yes.
doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that is
Yes.
true.
So this is essentially him taking environmental damage from
That is
being
fair.
on
Yeah.
fire.
I just remember I had it too late.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so he has not yet got to roll a concentration check. It is the Afriti's turn. it cannot do anything because it is paralyzed.
Good.
And therefore cannot move, cannot speak, automatically fails strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against it have advantage. Any attack that hits it is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of this creature.
Good to know.
And it can't take actions or reactions. All right. The more heavily armored fire giant approaches you, Rook,
Okay.
and is going to make 2... actually, no. It's going to do its shield charge. So it moves rushes towards you, and so it makes a fire shield attack against the creature. So that is a 26 to hit.
Yes.
So you take 24 half to 12
Okay.
bludgeoning damage. And there is some fire damage, but you're immune. And 7 piercing damage half to 3
Okay.
from as the shield rams into you. Additionally, make me a strength saving throw.
Ooh, okay. Oh god, that's a 15.
Okay, that is a failure.
I rolled 2.
And it is a failure by 5 or more. You are knocked prone,
Okay.
and you take you need to be rolling concentration checks for investiture of flame too.
Oh, you're right.
So you take an additional 9 points of, like, once it's halved, 9 points of bludgeoning damage. So can I get you to roll? I think it's 4 concentration checks.
Yes. Oh dear, I am not used to playing spellcasters.
The DC for each of them is 10.
So 13, 15, 10, 11.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Investiture of flame is still up. Okay. And you are knocked prone, and you are basically pushed into the feet of this paralyzed Afriti.
Oh, okay.
And it is your turn.
Oh gosh, do I take the critical hit against him?
I would, but I'm.
Why would you not?
I mean, yeah. No, that's a good point. All right. So I'll take my movement to stand up.
So half your movement to stand up. Like, you have plenty of movement too.
I've got tons of movement.
And you're at his feet.
Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to try to slash. I'm going to try to behead him.
All
Hoping
right.
you'd stab him in the genitals.
So
That's a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. Okay. Roll me anything that isn't your fire damage.
Yeah.
So
my max is 12 plus 8 is 20. Oh, this is not great. So max damage is 20, and then I rolled a 9.
So 29 slash...
I'm gonna reroll that with Savage Attacker. I rolled a 10.
All right. So that's changing the result, or is that double in addition to? That's in addition
no.
to, isn't it? So 39 then
Yes.
all up from that.
Oh gosh, and Investiture of Flame, is that all fire damage?
That's
though?
all fire.
Yeah, that's all fire damage. Okay.
Which all of your enemies are immune to.
Yeah, no, that's all I can do then, unfortunately.
But the benefit of having Investiture of Flame up is you are also immune.
Yep. It's
All right.
handy.
All right. You do have a second attack.
I have a second attack. Yeah, yes, of course. Okay. Yeah, excellent. I'll take another swing going for the crotch this time.
Which is also a crit.
Oh, fantastic. So that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And so max damage, so that's 20 plus 15.
Woo.
Yeah, 35.
And then Savage Attacker as well. Or is that only once per turn?
Oh, I'm not sure if it is actually. Oh, I rolled lower in any case. So 35
But
damage.
it's still in addition, isn't it? Savage attacker. Or no, I'm thinking of brutal critical.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh,
Brutal
no,
critical you forgot
Yes.
for both of these. So
Christ. I know how to D&D.
so
Brutal
35
critical,
and then the brutal critical for both of these.
2 additional weapon damage die.
So it's basically 4 additional weapon damage die. So
my
an
God.
additional 4d12.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so scared of Rook.
This is without all her fire as well.
I could do so much more fire damage.
This is also keep in mind because like she's not got her fire damage for this.
Yeah. That's 34.
34.
Brutal critical.
All right. Cool.
Okay, and that's my go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be standing over this guy.
Yeah, he's looking pretty shaky.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah. All right. Athena, she's going to use her action to pat the fire off herself, while also, well, she's gonna step out of the fire elemental and pat herself down. And is that's an action. She doesn't have many bonus actions, unfortunately, of real use. So she's not going to pat herself down. She's going to take the damage. She needs to take. She takes it at the top of her turn anyway. So that is 4 points of fire damage. You know what? She's gonna do the same thing. She's gonna or is she gonna? Yeah, she's gonna cast enlarge on you again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just double check something. With that, what does it do? It doesn't scale. Okay. All right. Anya, is your go.
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to do a little
To begin with, you do take 9 points of fire damage because you are on fire.
yeah, I'm hoping to fix that. Just so I'm just going to roll a little nothing roll right now because it's for me. Hey, she passed. Okay, Anya, she gets this look of sort of frustration at both the damage she's taking and the fire elemental. And she, even though, like, obviously she can't see, but she closes her eyes as if to sort of block out everything and to concentrate a little bit. And this silvery sort of static moves around her hands. And it's really sort of fizzly and really weak. And she's going to use a sorcery point to make this a bonus action.
Yeah.
And she's going to cast Gust, the cantrip.
All right.
And she's going to attempt to blow if Darby will let me be tasty, the flames out while blowing the creature the distance away. So can I get the critter to make a strength saving throw?
Yeah. That looked like it was teetering on a 20, but it ended up as an 8.
Awesome. Because the save DC was 18.
Yeah.
And
you know what? Because it is fire, let's say roll me you're level 17, so roll me 4d6.
4d6?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I come well prepared for this because I am a rogue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That wasn't a great roll,
It was bad. It was
Yeah.
a 1, a 2, and a 3.
All right. But yeah, so it is blown how many feet away from you?
5 feet.
5 feet
It's
away
not
from you.
far,
And
but it's down to my space.
yeah. And takes 7 points of we'll call it cold damage.
Oh, cool. Does it also put the flames out on me?
No, unfortunately.
That's fine. She's then going to, ignoring the fact that she is on fire, she's going to try to open this door.
Yep.
Um,
So roll me a sleight of hand check or a thieves tools check.
Either or.
Either or, because they're functionally the same thing, I believe.
Yeah, well, one's 11 and one's 17.
Yeah.
So I'm
It probably should be your thieves tools. Realistically.
Do you want me to do thieves tools or sleight of hand?
Go your thieves tools, please.
Okay. That's all right, because the minimum she can roll is a 21.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
She's really good at being a rogue.
Yeah. You're having to rush this, but this isn't all that complex a lot compared to some that you've dealt with in the past, and using your action to unlock it unlocks, and you feel that you'll be able to push the door open. And
I want to move.
Yeah, you can push the door open and use your movement to go through.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
because
pushing
movement.
pushing it open is just your interaction. So
Yeah. Okay. Good. She's gonna go her full movement. As part of that interaction, can she swing it so it closes behind her?
yeah.
Cool.
All right.
And she's just does a little hacker voice. I'm in.
All right.
And Anya.
Now your base speed is 45.
That's correct.
Off.
Yeah.
Um,
Is she well and truly in that room?
She is, and yeah, there are treasures galore here. It might take a little bit to find exactly where, for you, the way that you perceive particularly magical objects, this room is loud.
Yeah. Yep. It's a spicy room.
Yeah.
She's probably when she moves into the room and feels like all of this overwhelming and all of these really specifically different kinds of magic, she kind of puts her hand up to her head because she's starting to get like a tension migraine from it almost. But she powers on.
Yeah. Okay. The fire elemental, it has an ability called fire form, which the first sentence of it is the elemental can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing. So you see, or you hear from behind as the crackling and roaring of the flames seeps underneath the door and comes up behind and just reaches you. You're already on fire, so it can't really do anything with its fire. It doesn't have it. Yeah, it can't quite close the distance because you did blow it 5 feet back, so it can't engulf you in itself, but it can still touch you, which is going to be a 9 to hit, which will miss. Rook.
I am now in cyberspace. Apologies.
All right.
Hello?
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 I don't know what's happening right now.
Oh no.
Okay. Hopefully things get sorted out by...
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I missed all of that. Apologies.
All good.
Thanks, Australian internet.
Yeah. All that happened was, the fire elemental attacked you and missed.
Cool.
Okay. Now, the next one is going to attack Rook again, because they're not particularly bright. And and they both miss, I believe.
Nice.
Your AC, yeah, your AC is 18. So yeah. Next one is going to attack Ufina. That one misses. That one misses. Next one is going to attack Tyshawn. That one just misses. That one misses. All right. Fire Giant is going to step up that extra 5 feet towards you, Rook, and attack you with its greatsword. This is a greatsword one. So the first attack is 16, so it misses. Second attack is a natural one, so it misses. Even with your increased size. Tyshawn is going to... he's holding the fort with his hold person for now, so he's just gonna pat out the flames on himself, and actually he might at first. Oh, he needs to take the fire damage. Needs to take the fire damage. Oh, that's nasty. That's 10. He is going to step away. He's going to move away from the fire elemental 30 feet, taking an attack of opportunity in the process. It does manage to hit him for 7 damage. And then he's going to pat the flames out once he's a little bit out of range of the fire elemental.
I will spirit shield that because I think we're near top of initiative.
Yeah, so
it's 4d6.
4d6, and yeah,
And then
it takes the full 4d6 as some sort of damage. doesn't it?
yeah.
What type of damage is
I
it?
believe so. And that was 8. I think it's. Well, I don't think it's fire damage. It does not say.
Features a spirit shield, but it's under vengeful ancestors. Reduce force damage.
Force damage.
Okay. So how much force damage does it take?
It takes 18 force damage.
Not too bad. Okay. Then it is the Ifriti's turn. And it is... Yeah, it does nothing. And actually, I need to roll its wisdom save from last turn, just in case. 18, does that beat Tyshawn's save DC? It does not. Does not. Okay, so, yeah, it still can't do anything. End of its turn, it rolls another... Again, rolls an 18. It cannot. It needs to roll a 19 or a 20 to succeed on its save here. The Fire Giant Dreadnought, the heavily armored one, is going to make 2 fire shield attacks against you, Rook, slamming each of its paired shields against you. The first one is a nat 20.
Oh, no.
And then the second one is a 23 to hit.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So, so just wait a moment while I total up all this damage. If my calculator will come up. There we go. So 25 plus 8 plus another 24 plus 12. So, hey, 69 damage, halved to 34 damage from the crit.
Shouldn't have halved it just for the number. All right.
And then the second attack is going to be 21 points of bludgeoning, halved to 10,
Okay.
and 4 points of piercing, halved to 2.
Okay.
All right. That is its go. And it is back to your turn, Rook.
All right. Gosh.
Roll me...
Yes.
roll
Concentration.
me the two
Ooh, yeah.
concentrations.
Two concentrations.
The first one is a
cool.
15 DC. The second one is a 10.
I got a 15 and a 17.
Okay, you are fine. All right.
Oh, nice. Just.
Yeah, the first one was cutting it close. Oh, actually no, it was 34 damage. The 15 you drop it, so you are no longer immune to fire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the flames, Wreathing
Yeah.
Rook, they drop away.
You
okay.
were adding your full Constitution saving throw modifier to that, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, yeah, because this is a saving throw. It's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God, no, I can't
So
roll.
it's
that
a
low.
plus. It's a plus 11.
Yeah, I got a 26, and
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All
So
right,
no, it
the
is still
flames
up.
Do not wreathe away.
Yeah.
Apologies, listeners, for Johanna playing stats with a cold. Okay, so Rook is going to try to takes a bit of a hit, but she is not going to turn her focus away from this Efreet, and she is going to swing once again.
Yeah.
Roll very low, but get a 19.
Yeah. That's enough to hit, which is an auto crit. Because
Okay.
it's still paralyzed. He's still
Oh my
paralyzed.
goodness, that's true. So that's 20 plus 14.
I should double check.
So 34 damage.
Okay.
And my brutal critical,
For
which is 2d12.
yeah, yes, 2d12.
Awesome, which is an extra 14 damage on top.
All right. And then the second.
Second hit. Once again, I'm going for the crotch. Is a 28 to hit.
That'll certainly hit. So another critical.
So that's 20 plus. I'll re-roll that one. 20 plus. Ooh, nice. 20. So that's 40 damage.
40.
Plus the brutal critical. Plus 13.
Okay. So, as the second attack from Ashrender, as you swipe up into his crotch, there is a flash of fire and a puff of smoke from the body of the Afriti as you feel your axe swing up as if through nothing, and the Afriti disappears, dead, basically.
Not so powerful, are you?
All right. Next is Tashawn, who is going to... You know what? He's going to use now a 6th level. He's going to use a 6th level hold person on the giants. So that one fails. That one fails.
My mistake as Anya was thinking at all that this would be a difficult fight, because me, Eddie, as a player, forgot about Rook.
Yeah.
Just
You also
in general.
you also have Tyshawn and Ufina making it very easy for
Oh
her
my
to
god,
just
yeah, I was
steamroll
worried
these
about the
guys.
numbers, but
Yeah. Anya, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. How convenient. Anya is going to fucking.
There
It's
is
just
there
this
is a
one
fire.
fire
Yeah.
element, you know. This one little guy.
Yeah.
It's always just the one
And
little
you
guy.
are still on fire, so you do
Oh, jeez.
take 4 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, so she's going to say to the fire elemental, piss off, you little pest. And then, God, what's she gonna do? She is probably going to move away from it enough that she can then shoot it with her bow and arrow.
All right. Are you disengaging?
Mm,
Because you can do that with your bonus action, if you so desire.
no, because she's going to do something else.
Okay.
She's going to take the attack of opportunity,
Yeah.
but sort of skirt around as fast as she can so she can hide in her turn as well.
With your bonus action?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it does miss. Roll me a stealth check for your hiding.
How good is this thing's perception? Do you want me to bother? Because the minimum is a 27.
Yeah, no, it cannot perceive you if you find a spot to hide. So you find like one of the sections of the like this podium with something on it. You're not quite sure what, and just duck behind it.
Yeah, cool. Anya is then going to shoot it with her wild bow.
Okay.
Just out of annoyance.
Yeah.
More than anything else. She's just like, piss off.
Roll to hit.
So I rolled that with advantage because she was hiding, even though I was just fishing for sneak attack. So that is a 20. No.
It'll hit.
30 something.
It'll hit.
Yeah, it's a 33.
Yeah. They don't have great AC.
Cool. So what she needs to do is 1d8 plus 2d10 plus 66. Plus 8.
Yeah.
And none of this is fire damage either.
Yeah.
There's radiant if it doesn't like radiant.
No, it's just poison and fire. That's
cool. Oi. Okay. So 7, 11, 12, 15, 20, 26, 30, 37, 40, 42, 50 points of damage.
50 points of damage. Okay, it is looking shaky.
Fuck.
And
she's used her bonus action.
Yeah, that's your turn.
Can she use a speak? She can freely speak.
Yeah.
But it's an intimidation speak. So it's also kind of an action.
Okay. What do you say?
Go away. Run away, little bee.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Cool. Sorry, my everything is everywhere. Intimidation. I'm rolling it on beyond because I just did that. Oh, if it decides it wants to. It's a 10. That's not a very good intimidation.
Yeah. It's hard to read from the sound of the room whether or not it's affected by, like, whether you've intimidated it or not. Next fire elemental is going to attack you twice, Rook, even though it probably knows it's not going to do anything. Oh no, that was I didn't do the one that's in the room with you, Anya. Yeah, it's not intimidated. It can now see you because you reveal yourself after hiding. Yeah. It's because it has a higher speed than you. It can get to you. and it is going to. So
I was already on fire, so it can't set me on fire.
no, but it can do the thing where it when it enters your space for the first time, you just take 1d10 damage. So
Which is how many?
8 points of fire damage.
Cool. Is there anything else it does?
It does 2 touch attacks against you. First one misses. Second one is a 22, so that will hit.
Shield. Actually, wait. Yep. Cool. Shield.
Okay, yeah, it misses.
So for a second, like Anya can feel the heat like swiping near her. And almost sort of instinctively, she raises her hand up to protect from the second swipe, and a silvery, staticky sort of. It's quite weak, but it is a shield. It comes up, and she gets one of those. That's
All
it.
right.
She only gets one.
So the next one goes to attack Athena and hits. She's actually going to bring her shield up, and that will cause the second one to miss. But she still takes the first one, which is 12 points. Then the second one is going to reapproach Tyshawn, make 2 attacks against him. First one would hit, he's going to use his shield. Second one would miss anyway. Fire Giant can't do anything because it is paralyzed. It's going to roll save. It fails. Tyshawn is going to move away from the... he's going to has he got a way of increasing his speed that doesn't take up anything, take up concentration, because he doesn't want to drop this other. I don't think he does. No. Okay. So, he's gonna disengage and 30 feet away. All right. Ifriti is dead. Dreadnought is paralyzed. It's going to roll save. That is not enough. Rook, it is your turn.
Okay. I guess Rook's gonna talk to the 2 paralyzed and as well as the fire little elemental, and is gonna be like, your leader is dead. This isn't a fight you should win. I suggest you run away, okay? And try to intimidate.
Yeah, roll me an intimidation check.
That's an 18.
18. I will say for that, the fire elementals that are still in the room dissipate.
Oh, good.
The giants can't currently do anything because they're paralyzed.
That's right. Yeah, and then I'm going to see if I can run to the room that Anya is in.
Okay. Athena is going to pat herself down and turn off the fire that's on her. And she's going to get to a place where she can also do a little bit of healing and just cast a 4th or 5th level, I think. 5th level mass healing word. So that is...
Will that still get me? Because I'm
You're
not
a bit far.
Yeah. Just wanted to know.
But... Oh, what would she do? Yeah, no. Yeah, so she is going to cast that, So that is plus intelligence. So Rook, you regain 11 points. I rolled really badly.
Excellent.
All right. But she and Tyshawn also heal that. Tyshawn is back up to full. All right. All right. Anya, is your go. You hear Rook has arrived into the room.
Cool. And the elemental's still there, isn't
Yes. Yeah, it's right up in your face. Well, it is literally surrounding you. Like you are engulfed in it at the moment.
She's quite frustrated again.
And you take 3 points of fire damage as you are still on fire.
3 points, yep. She's quite frustrated again, and she gets this big sort of frown on her face. And she reaches up and grabs the fire elemental. Okay. And she's shaking like a fair bit when she does this, but she grabs it off like wherever it's attached to her, and she's like, I said leave. And she's going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
Now, when it comes out, it does come out wrong. Like, it still works, but it's chaotic and it springs out a little bit. Now, Darby, will you allow for Anya to take equal damage of this Shocking Grasp that she's about to roll?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yep, cool. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
But both herself and the fire elemental takes that 10 points of lightning damage.
Yep.
And neither of us can take reactions until the start of our next turn.
Nope. You do still have movement and bonus action, so you could make use of that to get well out of dodge.
Yeah, so she's then going to disengage, and she's going to rush over to where Rook is. And Arnie kind of looks worse for wear.
Yeah.
Like, not massively so, but she was
You are
pretty,
below half hit points.
Yeah, she was looking pretty healthy before, and now she's scorched, still on fire, and really sort of singed and a bit electrocuted. And she goes over to you and she's like, what happened? Is the genie dead?
Yeah, he's dead, and the others are pretty taken care of. Oh shit, honey, you're all right?
I'm on fire.
All right. So that's probably the bounds of 6 seconds. The fire elemental, because it is faster than you, is going to come up to you, and it is going to attack you twice.
Yep.
Because you, it's gonna engulf you as well for that free Oh, that's a
Leave
10.
her alone.
That is a 10.
That's fine.
to start with, and then the first attack.
I'm
First
a
attack's
spirit
gonna
shield.
miss. The spirit shield isn't. What is the wording? What is the wording on spirit shield?
Damage
Damage,
is
or
what it
when
specifies. When another creature takes damage.
it?
If you're raging another creature you can see within 30 feet, if he takes damage, you can reduce it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot
You
better than I
reduce the
thought.
damage of an attack.
By 46.
But I don't. But it's not an attack for the vengeful ancestors, so you can remove.
Oh, yeah, but I can't
you
hit it back.
You can prevent the
Okay.
damage though, or you can save it for, because it is reaction based. You can save it for the actual attacks if they hit, but you need to make that choice. Do you want to take the risk that?
Wait, it's hit Anya, right? Because I just want to protect Anya.
So it has engulfed Anya.
Okay. And that's all it's doing this turn?
Yeah. No, it's gonna make attacks. It made its first. You'll
sorry,
save it.
I'll save the attacks.
Save it
I
for the
will.
actual attack. So she does take that initial 10. All right. And then yeah. So the first attack misses. The second attack, is a natural one. So yeah, it misses.
That's fine.
That's fine. It is incredibly shaky though.
That's good.
Okay. Fire Giant gets to make a wisdom save. It fails. What is... Tashawn's just going to stay there and hold the spell. Other Giant is going to, again, fail its save. Rook, it is your go. There is a fire giant engulfing Anya in front of you.
Christ, can I hit it without hitting her?
Creature that touches the elemental or hits it with a melee weapon or melee attack while within 5 feet of it takes fire damage. In addition, the elemental can enter a hostile creature space and stop there the first time. Yeah, you can. By the looks of things, you can attack it without attacking Anya.
Oh, good, okay. I guess
I appreciate that.
I don't want to chop her in half.
No.
Get off her, and I will do a swing with my axe, which is a 33 to hit.
Certainly hits.
And that is 17 slashing damage.
All right.
And I keep forgetting I am big, so I get an extra d4,
Yeah.
so that's an extra 1 damage.
All right.
And second attack, I'll go slash it again.
Yeah.
That's a 28 to hit.
I do not think it's possible for you to miss this thing.
No. Yes.
All right.
So that's 9 slashing, plus 2 more.
Okay.
11 damage
It
total.
is just hanging in there.
Oh no.
Thanks, this little pest.
This little pest. It has been plaguing Anya the whole time.
Athena's gonna come in and she's going to raise up her Staff of Healing and expend 5 charges to cast Mass Cure Wounds. Which is gonna be 3d8 plus 5. So that is a much better roll. So that is each of you regains 24. So
That's so tasty.
I've been worrying for Anya.
I haven't because I know she can't canonically die.
and then Anya.
So we're not mortal in this.
Oh, Athena's got resurrection magic galore.
Oh, that would have. Well,
But Anya, it is your turn. You immediately take 2 fire damage.
cool. Anya is going to
Just a note, Rook. Because you didn't attack and weren't attacked surrounding one of your turns, you
Ooh.
are out of rage at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Not that it really matters because the fire elemental only deals fire damage.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Anya, she's still got that look of frustration and that look of exhaustion, and she takes a step back so that it's not engulfing her anymore. But still within melee, she's going to move so that she's flanking it with Rook. Is that a possibility?
Yeah.
Now,
Just basically step back out of it.
the thing that I would like to do, what were our base idea of like the stats for that? Because I don't have it.
If you look up, I was pretty sure I put it in, but I cannot remember the name of it, so that's probably why. Let me just bring it up on here. No, that's by name. Date modified is what I'm looking for. So this is the bow grip you're talking about. So it effectively turns it into a so you use I believe a bonus action to speak the command word and turn the it's bow grip of the hunter. So yeah, bonus action to change the longbow into a longsword or a short sword of your choice.
Cool.
Or no, that was the other one. The bow grip of blades is the one that we're looking at. So the one that actually summons blades.
I found it now. Now that I know its name, I found it.
Bow grip of blades. So it's a double-bladed scimitar, effectively.
Yeah. So Anya steps back and she sort of shifts her grip on her bow, and the arcs of it transform into long blades, as if they were a double-bladed scimitar. And she is then going to attack with that.
Okay. So, roll me... It is a finesse weapon, so roll me... essentially, it's the same attack roll as the wild bow.
Cool. That's kind of disgusting. Apologies. So that is a flat roll of 19 plus 14. So that's...
So that will certainly hit. And so you summon these blades that kind of integrate into the bow's limbs and push the blade into the fire elemental, and it dissipates. Like you roll so many dice on this, it is impossible for you to roll below its current hit points.
Yeah.
Finally.
And she heaves and lets the blades drop pretty much as soon as it swipes through the elemental. And that's her turn.
You know what? Tashawn is going to attempt something a little different on his turn. It might be a risky play, but it is worth it for a little more peace of mind. He is going to drop the hold monster that he has on the giants in order to cast a target remains. Yeah, he's going to do something that it can't. That it doesn't get to make an additional save every turn. He's going to banish them to a demi-plane. Okay, you have 1 minute. You have 1 minute. I've banished the giants.
1
You
minute?
have 1 minute.
All right. We'll find this and we'll get out.
Anya pats herself out very quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she's like,
It is technically at the top of your turn that you do it, so you do take one last d10 of damage.
that's fine.
So that is 8 points of fire damage. So
Are we still in turn initiative?
no,
This minute
not
or
at this,
really?
not at this stage. So if you want to roll me investigation checks to find.
Yeah. I will
it.
say that Rook will like quickly kind of like grab Anya by like the arms kind of and like give her one over and be like, hey, are you okay?
I'll be fine. This is more important. Is there... I'm going to take anything that feels like it shouldn't be here. If it fits in here,
That's true. It should be a little bit like my magic, or at least some of it.
Yeah,
It should feel like.
and we can get it back to where it should belong.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And then roll investigation.
All right.
And I'm gonna roll this 3.
Okay.
If Anya doesn't roll, I'm rolling my birthday inspiration.
I'm gonna say you. So that's your first 6 seconds.
Anya rolled a 16, but she's also any magical item that feels like it has any form of magic that isn't to this plane, like that feels ancient or feels like it shouldn't be here, like it might be something tribal. She is putting in her haversack if it fits.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. You're not going to be able to fit everything in the haversack because there is a limit, but depending on how long you take to search. But 16, considering you are going off of touch alone, it's not enough to find the brazier. Okay. Second round of banishment. Rook, roll me a investigation check.
Okay. Oh, that's much better. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So you catch a glimpse from across the room, the telltale shine of black obsidian, and rush immediately towards it, and
There it is.
you've found it.
That's it. This is it.
Right.
Oh, God, I remember it. Okay.
All right.
All right, I found it.
All right. Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah. Darby, what would you like me to roll to just like grab a whole bunch of shit?
I'll say you just can. Okay. Okay.
Not like that she specifically is looking for stuff that feels like it shouldn't belong here, but
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just with by magic feel.
Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah. So, in that moment, you grab a whole bunch more stuff that just looks like it doesn't belong, throw it in the haversack, and Tyshawn quickly casts the plane shift spell, and you find yourself back in Doran.
I can't believe I've got it again. It's been so long since I've seen anything of my tribe. Brooke kind of shakes herself and is like, team, is everyone okay?
I'll be fine. I'm sorry. I'm really glad you got it. I'm sorry I wasn't of more help. I should have stayed in the fight.
No, you paved the way. I'm sorry that I couldn't protect you. I said that I'd watch your back while you went, but I kind of got caught in the thick of it.
You had bigger things to worry about.
Your running off allowed us to get things done a lot quicker, Anya.
I appreciate the sentiment, I guess. Athena,
She's also going to lay a hand on you and cast Cure Wounds at, like, fuck it, 9th level.
oh shit.
I mean,
Thank
she's got no more plans for the day.
No.
She probably blocked out the whole day for this, so that's like, yeah, that's enough to get you back to full.
Cool.
And you know what? She'll use the 8th on Rook.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Anya's like, Athena, I don't know whether the convocation can be trusted to put these back in the right hands, but I don't feel like they should be in mine either. And she sort of gestures to the sack.
I can, if you trust me, I can organize with the right people who I believe can be trusted to get them back. At the very least, we should be able to divine where they come from and get them back where possible.
Rook, is that okay? I don't... Obviously, they are not of your tribe, but I could not imagine how it would feel to have the responsibility... know of such a precious item of such significance being passed around through hands of others.
It's difficult, you're right. I guess I hope that these people can at least try to find their history. I don't know. I guess I could try to do the same. But I'm not sure if I'll have the time. I need to study this, I think.
No, Athena,
Yes, Anya.
I think I will keep them with me and with Rook, but I would appreciate your assistance and your contacts to get them back to their homes.
All right. If
That sounds a good decision.
I will speak with my contacts, and feel free to come by the convocation anytime. And I'm sure that Alazira will be able to help in tracking down where they need to go.
As long as they can be trusted.
I would trust Alazira, yes.
Okay.
Good. Thank you for your assistance with this one. I'm so glad we managed to get that out of his hands. And him going on and on about how powerful he is, lauding over the relics of other people's cultures. And he wasn't that strong after all.
I'm very fast, and I was not in that room for long. He was dead. He was dead before I could even get a chance to get my bearings.
That's right. I think a Tishon there did some great magics and kept him contained. And then I just chopped him in two.
Held him in place, effectively turning him into a punching bag.
That was quite the good spell there, old man.
Simple hold monster.
I thank you for allowing us to be part of your journey here. I know how important this was to you, and thank you for trusting all of us with not messing it up too badly.
Of course, I know. But unfortunately, since my tribe isn't here to give me a hand, that unfortunately I couldn't have done it alone.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah. Thank you. And Rook is like looking like very emotional. And she'll give Anya a quick hug.
Anya hugs her back and gives her like a tight squeeze. And when they pull away, she just like squeezes Rook's hand comfortingly.
And I think that's the image we're gonna leave this scene on.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for that adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun little.
Yeah.
Little
Voyage
plane
into
thing.
the plane of fire.
Yes. Oh, thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you for listening.
Sorry.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.